Hey, it's Mother Funny Time with Andy and Angie.
2 cousins, 8 kids, 1 grandkid, 2 states.
And a whole lot of fun. Woo! Welcome back, Mother Funny Tribe. It's Angie and Andy and George. He's on his pillow. And we're here today to talk about Valentine. Intrusive thoughts during Valentine's.
No. No. I vetoed that idea. I gave you a week of intrusive thoughts. We're done. We're done.
We're done. Okay. So I guess we're just going to talk about Valentine's Day.
I'm drawing the line.
Making boundaries.
There you go. Well, it's a high and then it's a low and then it's the high and the low in this podcast.
That's what we like to do. For those of you who are not watching, I'm sorry to tell you that you're missing the best Valentine shirt of all time that Angie is wearing.
Yes.
Angie, for our YouTube people, will you stand up and show
I will
you're
gladly
amazing?
stand up for this. I don't want to brag. You guys, I really don't want to brag. But in this moment, I kind of have to be because you guys are all going to be jealous. But I highly encourage you to go buy this shirt.
It says 143, all cute with hearts around it. And everyone from our generation of pagers knows exactly what that means. It's the best.
You guys can get it on Etsy. I was so excited when I bought it because I was like, yes, 143. All the moms, 35 and older are totally going to know. Anyone else is going to be like, a Valentine's Day shirt with numbers?
It's 143.
Usually it's like XOXO and you chose numbers.
It's amazing. It's the best Valentine's shirt.
And because I'm 90s inspired, I layered it with a shirt under.
Oh,
I just had to.
So clever. You guys, she's all in. And Angie's usually all in for the holidays. So let me ask you this then.
I appreciate that comment. I do. I like that comment. Thank you.
All in. She's all in. Makes it super fun. Now that I found out that you got it on Etsy, were you specifically looking on Etsy for Valentine's shirts, or how did that happen?
Yes, of course. And this was back in the beginning of January. I started looking for Valentine's Day shirts. 100%, because I had a really cute Valentine's Day sweatshirt I wore last year. But as all the moms know who have kids in elementary schools, they have Valentine's Day parties. So all the moms, okay, most of the moms, I'm sure there's some who don't, but almost 100% of the moms and the teachers all show up in Valentine's Day shirts. So every year I have to get a new Valentine's Day shirt. And the thing is, I'm going to be at elementary school. We realize the exact same elementary school. I'm going to be there for 14 years total. From the time Riley started, and she actually started at this elementary school in 2nd grade, and then until Cole goes through, which means 14 years in a row, I will be wearing a brand new Valentine's Day shirt for every Valentine's Day party that I will go to as a mom and be excited about. So yes, Etsy saved the day on this one. They have so many cute options. And I know moms know this already, but sometimes Etsy can actually be cheaper than Amazon. Or even cheaper than Target. Because they get the 60% off clearances, or sometimes you can even buy your Valentine's Day shirt in March and then just save it for the next year if you wanted a clearance item. But yeah, Etsy a lot of times is a lot cheaper. So I did. This was an intentional purchase. I thought ahead.
Amazing. Good job. It's a great shirt and we're very happy for you.
And I already have my St. Patrick's Day shirt. It's a Lucky Charms shirt and it's green.
Did you buy that, or do you reuse your shirts?
That one I have, I have a few Lucky Charms shirts because that used to be my favorite cereal as a kid. So yes, I did buy it new. I did. But I actually have a few of them. And then now that my girls are getting older too, they can wear some of the sweatshirts that I have, or some of the shirts. It's just a lot baggier on them, so they tie it or whatever. So they're also wearing it. But this one, they don't understand.
Oh.
They don't understand this shirt. They will not be borrowing the shirt from me.
The 143 shirt. Oh. So our first tip and trick is to go on Etsy to find your Valentine's Day shirt for your Valentine's Day party. It would be super embarrassing to go 2 years in a row or even within 5 years.
Because it's the pictures. Like when you're at the Valentine's Day party at the elementary school, you're also taking pictures. Like you're taking a picture of your child. You're taking a picture of you with your kid. You're taking a picture of your child with their teacher, with their friends. Like it's all the pictures. So you can't be wearing.
Well, some people are.
You cannot be wearing the same shirt every Valentine's Day. You know, same shirt, same deal.
No, I mean, that'd be embarrassing.
Right? Right.
For all the pictures you were taking on Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, I love your shirt. I think it's great. But I think that's a great segue into how Valentine's Day changes from when you're young to when you become a mom to
100%.
when your kids grow up.
I didn't buy this to look cute so Ryan would think I looked cute. This had nothing to do with Ryan at all. This literally had to do with me and going to my children's Valentine's Day party at the elementary school. 100%. Yes.
And
back in the day, maybe.
And eating 14.
Yes. Maybe you wanted to look super cute and sexy on Valentine's Day. When you're going to elementary school, no, you're in a pink cotton shirt. That's what you're wearing.
Look, and you didn't even get it from a gas station. You got it on Etsy. So you step it up for the holidays.
Yes. I'm so fancy.
She's so she's trying to remember where she came from, but Mother Funny is just kind of gotten to her head. So she buys Etsy t-shirts now. No, I think it's great. I think that when you become a mom, Valentine's is not romantic anymore for the most part. Like I remember when Chris and I were first dating, like Valentine's Day was a huge deal to me. It was like, okay, we have to get presents for each other. We got to find a place to eat. We have to have a date. We have to have a plan. And you think about it ahead of time and you know, like it's a big thing. And then you have kids and everybody with kids knows that on Valentine's Day, like babysitters are not available usually.
No, because they have their own plans. They're getting together with their boyfriends. They don't have time for your kids.
Yes.
They're doing their own thing. Figure it out yourself, Mama. I'm going on a date with my boyfriend because I'm in high school.
Yes, exactly. They're like, no, we got plans. And then you have like, you know, your family who might help. They could have plans. And then you have all these little ones. And so Valentine's Day loses a little of that. And there's all this, I mean, for some of us, it's joy. For other people, it's stress of like having to plan out all this stuff for your Valentine's Day party. You have to get all those little cards and little candies, and you want to make sure that you're getting the right candies or the right little treats. I don't even know what they do anymore.
You're totally dating yourself.
I know. I'm like, do they not do that anymore where you just buy those little boxes of cards and get the candies?
No.
And then you make your own mailbox? No? What do they do? Are they like email them in?
Precious Andy had children before Pinterest. It was an easier time back then, Andy. Tell us what it used to be like in the day. Let us know, because now moms are like, it's a whole thing and it's a lot and there's a lot of pressure.
I had no idea.
But tell us what it used to be. Tell us about the joy of the simple life of a little box of candy.
My pressure.
Little conversation hearts. Got 20 of them.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Okay, so that's so
it's
funny.
not like that.
When, in my day, when I went to school, I don't know if, well, you were homeschooled. So this is different.
Thanks for that. Thanks for reminding everyone.
Yeah. Yes, just so you know. So it's a little different. I don't know what you did with your sisters, but for us, who were thrown into the public school system, we had like, you would get your little Valentine's card, character card, whatever. You'd pick them out, the little box, and then you get conversation hearts.
Yes.
And then you had to pick out which conversation heart could go with which card, because you didn't want to give off the wrong signals, you know, like you didn't want to give hug me to
No.
Brad in your class.
Brad or
was a
Chad
bigger picker.
or Brian. What were all the names?
Yes.
Matt.
Or Brian, Chris, Matt. Yeah. So like, but if he was cute, then maybe you could do like a, hey there.
Ooh.
So it was very, like, it took a long time to like write out all the names and put the right conversation hearts. When my kids got older, they were homeschooled, but we would have these parties with the homeschool group. And same idea though. You just buy the candies or Daisy, she went to Publix, same thing. But it wasn't conversation hearts because then you couldn't bring opened treats. Like you couldn't give everyone an individual heart. You had to have packaged candy. So we would like stick a lollipop or something.
Which
on
I
it.
agree with that.
So
I agree with the let's have prepackaged items.
Yeah. Everybody's like, how many kids had like my conversation heart that I as a child was handling, putting in their envelopes?
No.
But,
okay, so one thing that's hugely different. Like this is a huge change since back when you were kids. FYI, homeschoolers had Valentine's Day parties. Okay, we did. Like
we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a super fun idea.
Yeah, it was Chuck E. Cheese. It was a party. There was usually like somebody brought cake. We had decorations, and then we'd pass out Valentines. Yeah, it was good. It was
so
good
fun, so easy. Now instead of writing the name to make sure like this person gets this Valentine, you write to my friend. Like it says to, and then you write my friend, and then you only sign your name. So you don't know who's getting what Valentine. All you're doing is just saying to my friend. And then now I know people do conversation hearts. I like to give my kids conversation hearts as like a fun, like special gift for them. But not many people pass out the conversation hearts. Now, it's like Cole is doing the Play-Doh, and it's always something, it has to be like a cute, clever, little, like saying, like, I'm stuck on you. Love, Cole. You know, those kind of funny things. Like Tegan does the slime this year. She's giving everyone like a little slime, she's super excited about that one. And so it's more of like the treats and the candies. But then what's awesome is that you can get labels done, or you can make your own labels. So then you just kind of stick it on there. So that part is a lot easier in that you just like print out a bunch of labels. It says to my friend, and then a cute little saying, and then it just says like their name on it, and then you just stick it to whatever it happens to be. So that part does work out. Last year, Peyton had an awesome idea where it was, like those little packages of donuts, and it said like, donut, I love you. Love, Peyton. And then she took that label that Ryan made, and then she stuck it on there. And that was a huge win. Like, everybody likes donuts. I mean, you're so excited. And again, it's that prepackaged food. That one was easy, and that one was really fun. So, or like, like they get the cereals, the little cereal boxes, and it says like, seriously, I love you, Valentine. Love, whoever it is. So Pinterest has opened up a whole world for ideas, which does make it easy. And it's really kind of nice because there's a big variety of things. And definitely, I think it's a little bit less germy, if you will. No, it's more expensive, but it's not as...
I was thinking more expensive. I'm like,
this
the $2
is more expensive, but maybe not as many germs as like passing out candy that's not in the package.
Less flu going around.
But they do still do the boxes, like you're saying. Like everyone, like in kindergarten, it's everyone brings their own box, or first grade, and you decorate the box. Like we've had the unicorn boxes, the Pasheen cat boxes. One year, Brooklyn wanted to make her box into a super cool purse, and then of course she wore it like it was a strap, and then she wore the box into school. And it was one of those mom moments where, as mom, sometimes you have to say like, I'm doing this for my kid. Right? Like you kind of have to swallow a little bit of your pride and like, no, this is what she wants. This is what I'm doing. Because she just wanted to paint it red, and she did an amazing job painting this box red. And then she wanted the strap, and she just wanted stickers on it. And it came out super, super cute and sparkly, and it was perfect. But I knew everybody else's would be like next level. And I kept at first was like, don't you want to add this and add this and add this? But she didn't want to. And she wanted to do this all herself without help. So when she went in, it might not have looked like the most dazzling Valentine's Day box, because some of these are incredible. Like you could do a penguin. We've had a koala bear before that we've done. So some of it can be extreme, but she was like, no, I want to do this myself. This is what I want. And she was so proud of it. So it might not have been like as spectacular as maybe what the moms would have thought, but for her, she was so excited that she made this Valentine's Day purse box that she could wear, that then her kids, her friends put the Valentine's presents or cards or whatever it is. It's always something though, like pencils. They have a lot with pencils and stickers and stuff. And she was so excited about that. Or you get the little trash cans. Wow. Like, have you seen that where you get the little trash can and then you make that into a design? That actually makes it pretty easy too. And then it's kind of fun when the kids put the like toy or the treat into like the mouth, or what it looks like the mouth of the animal into the trash can. Like that is super fun. That's a fun idea. So we've gone a long way from conversation hearts, but I still like the vintage idea of conversation hearts.
Vintage, yes. Yeah, they don't taste great. So we'll put that out there. But I feel like in my day we made like little, or in the kids' day, we would make the little cute that they usually made themselves. What do you call them? Mailboxes. Just little mailboxes, so it looked like people were delivering letters. But if you're giving donuts and slime and things, a little mailbox isn't going to cut it. You need a big receptacle for the hall. Do they do that for every class? Well, I guess if they're in elementary, they just have one main class.
Well, yeah, and it's per grade. So like kindergarten and first grade, second grade, you could either this year decorate a bag or bring in your box. There was one year, when the twins were in kindergarten, and I knew the few weeks before kindergarten, or before Valentine's Day, it was going to be so crazy. And I had, like the 4 kids, and I was like, we have to do Valentine's. And then with the twins having to bring like their boxes, and Brooklyn and Riley and all the things. I'm not kidding. We got completely ready for Valentine's Day, did all the Valentines. We did all the boxes, all the bags, everything the last weekend of January. Because I knew we would be so busy. So I literally did it like 2 weeks in advance. Because I knew there wouldn't be any time. And I was like, I don't want to be rushed. I don't want my kids to be rushed. I don't want to stress my kids out when it comes to like Valentine's and getting everything done and, printing. And so we literally did it 2 weeks beforehand. Not that we were even thinking about Valentine's Day. My house was not decorated for Valentine's Day, but schedule-wise, 100%. I was like, we have to do it this weekend. So.
Okay, so here's my question. So it's kind of sounding almost like a little competition. Like when your kid brings their receptacle. I'm just going to call it receptacle because I don't know what else to call it.
Trash can. Valentine's Day box is what they call it. It's just not always the box. Yeah.
When they bring their box, is it a little bit of a competition? Like of how cool your box is? Is it a competition with the moms more or the kids more?
The kids are just excited to show off what they've created because they chose that specific animal or that specific style. So the kids are more just excited about whatever it is. I think the moms kind of notice. Like when it was the koala bear, I did get like a, hey, I saw the koala bear. Like people notice.
It's like a status thing. So there isn't like a status. There is a little bit of a pride or a, what do you call it? Just a little boost. So you got to make yours nice. It's mainly for the other moms.
Well, the kids, if your kid wants a specific, I'm going to keep talking and you can just pretend like you're disagreeing. You want to give your kid what they want. If they want a penguin, you're going to create a penguin with them and work through it all. And it's going to become a super cute penguin. And you're excited about it for sure. Sometimes they end up with a purse box and you're like, all right, girlfriend, we're doing the purse box.
You get your purse box. I won't get any comments this year, but whatever.
You be you.
It's no koala year, but whatever.
Hashtag no koala year.
I guess it's your Valentine's Day.
Fine, I'll give you what you want, Brooklyn. But they do enjoy seeing each other's boxes, and like it is cool when they're all lined up. Like it's amazing to see who brought what, So, but you can even get those boxes even at like Walmart now. Walmart's selling like the pre-made boxes too. So if you're running out of time and you're like, my kid needs a box, like Walmart has them, Hobby Lobby has them. I'm sure Target does. You just have to go to that Valentine's Day section, probably closer to like the beginning of February, which it's too late now, people. But no, they might still have some Valentine's boxes there. If all of a sudden you're panicking.
Well, I know I would feel like, because, ours were a little more simple back in the day. Like I would be like, oh, you guys, Valentine's is in a day or two. We better go get your little box. And then we would go to, I know, we would go to Target or whatever. And the shelves with the boxes would be down to like Paw Patrol or not. They didn't even have Paw Patrol. So it would be like something that my kids weren't really into. And you just had to find the least embarrassing. Like if you were the last to buy your Valentines, you have to find the least embarrassing cards available. That was when we bought them. But now it's different. You could just make them. You could just stay all night creating fun boxes. I'm sure your kids have the best. Do you have any pictures we can post?
Oh, yeah. Do I have pictures?
You guys, do I? We want the different pictures of all your shirts through the years.
Yes.
We want the boxes. And here's something you guys might not know about Ryan and Angie is that both of them have like really great ideas of what they want and are able to manufacture. Like Ryan gets involved and they make these amazing things, whatever it is. If they want it, they will make it happen and will create it. So I'm sure your kids' boxes are amazing.
Well, thank you for that. And also Brooklyn, she is amazing with the glue gun, which I know I've mentioned. So she's part of this process because you just give that girl a glue gun and she's like, here you go. You have it. But I think what you touched on is the pressure. And Valentine's Day is actually one of the most pressure-filled holidays out of all of them. Whether you are a mom or whether you are married or you're single, like people really feel this pressure to like do something. Like if you're married and maybe you just got married, it's like, oh, this is our first, Valentine's Day together. And what are we going to do? And that pressure of like that excitement, but also the pressure of like, oh, am I supposed to do flowers and candy, or is that just too like everybody does flowers and candy? Is that not special enough? Or if you're single, okay, let's do the Valentine's Day. What are we gonna do with our friends? And is it gonna be on Valentine's Day, or is it gonna be on a few days before Valentine's Day or after Valentine's Day weekend? Or like you're talking about with moms, the competition that could be there. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that could be there. So yes, there actually is
I'm just wondering.
A lot of pressure for a lot of people wherever you are in that stage of your life. And it's actually kind of something that I don't think many people are talking about because we all want to say like everything's so perfect and so great and I'm so loved, which you are. But then to kind of take a step back and say, okay, but what do I genuinely want to do? Or what do I truly want to do? Or who do I genuinely want to send this card to? Because that's what Valentine's Day is, right? Telling someone you love them, you appreciate them, you care about them, whether you have kids, whether you're single, whether you're married, like that's all you're doing is just telling someone you appreciate them for who they are and that they are loved.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's such a good point. And I think on top of that, like you're mentioning Valentine's Day, I feel like that's even becoming, and probably thanks to Pinterest or social media, it's becoming a bigger and bigger thing. Like now you can't just get together. It's a whole, I don't know, event where girls are getting together, having their Valentine's Day. They're now making like homemade fun presents for all the girls. There's like a theme, which is really fun, but it's kicked it up a notch. Like I know I just saw a sweet girl who I know, obviously. I just saw her personally. This is not an Instagram person. This is like somebody I know. She's having Valentine's Day and she made she got seashells and candles and wicks, and she took from the beach. She got these seashells from the beach. She cleaned them all up and made candles out of them. So she has like this whole tray full of seashells with vanilla scented candles that she's going to give to her friends for their Valentine's party. So,
that's so sweet.
It's a lot. So what does Valentine's look for you and Ryan? Like, do you guys celebrate, or are you like, we're all just hanging with the kids at this point?
I think we obviously do a lot with the family. We do try to go out to eat once at some point around Valentine's Day. It's never on Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is one of the busiest days for moms. 100%, this is one of the busiest days. So I would say usually it's like the weekend before or the weekend after. And we do try to do something like some type of hey, let's go to a restaurant and eat. And my mom will watch the kids. That usually happens. I mean,
fun.
Pre-kids, like 1 year we went on a gondola ride and like spent the whole day in Huntington Beach, Orange County area. We're not doing that. Like that, you're talking about how it's changed. Oh, let's go on a gondola ride. The guy sang. It was a beautiful day. Except Brian and I are so practical. Like I'm sure so many people are like snuggling and telling each other how much they love each other in the gondola. Brian and I were like, "Ooh, look at that house. Oh, look at that bird. Oh, look at that." Like the whole time we're like talking about all the stuff we're seeing and like having so much fun and like laughing and joking around. It wasn't the like, "Oh, sweet, let's have wine." We're like, "Wow, did you see that?" I think we kind of surprised the gondola driver or paddler. What are they called? What's the name of a person? Who's like
the gondola guy or gondola gal
person. Yes. What about you and Chris,
That's
though?
amazing.
I mean, because now you're on the other side. You guys, like Andy and Chris,
Yeah,
like
we've made
they're
it.
on this side of everything. Like you did the whole like dating, marriage, kids. Like you guys are empty nesters. I mean, is this like a whole weekend? Do you get a weekend after kids? So you're like, hey, let's have a whole weekend.
Well, here's the thing. Once your kids are grown and you've spent all that time where like Valentine's when you don't have kids is like this big like event like we're talking about, gondola rides and sunsets and whatever and presents and whatever. And then you get through the kid years, which is many, many years where it can't be that. Like it's mostly just making the most amazing Valentine's boxes you can make and having shirts that are different for every picture and getting your kids dressed and all that fun stuff. You've done that for so long that after that, like Valentine's Day has already kind of lost its like flair. I don't know for you. I mean, it's super fun for your, like it is fun for your, like to put that together for your kids. Like I really enjoyed that. Like, and I'm sure you do because you guys do such a good job. But now on this side, we're like, oh yeah, like we don't think about it. We're like, do we do presents? Maybe
you don't even think about it. You have to like communicate. Like, what do we do? What Valentine's Day?
Like,
is that in February?
Well, here's the other thing. I know, is that because once you're on this side, like once your kids are even start getting older, you can go out whenever you want. Like we can go out to eat.
I don't understand what you're saying. Are you speaking a foreign language? Stop.
Anytime you want. You can just leave your house. You don't even have to tell your kids. And you just go out. And if you want to get away for the weekend anytime, you're like, hey, let's go away for the weekend. So, I mean, it's just different when you have all that and you can do all those things. And then Valentine's Day comes around. And then by then, you like don't need necessarily all the, chocolates and flowers, though they're fun. But you can be like, well, we can go out. Like Chris and I always try to see a movie. But let me tell you something. Movies are generally terrible and geared towards, I don't know how to say this correctly, but elderly.
What?
I can't tell you how many times because there's like
Senior
nothing.
citizens?
I'm like, why don't they do? Yes.
Are you going to like the 3 o'clock movie?
We should. We should go get our 3 o'clock dinner and then go see the movie. No, like honestly, this year I just saw an ad for a movie that's on Valentine's Day that I would want to see. But generally we're like, well, we could see Quartet, which is about 4 old people in a retirement home, or we could see this hotel thing, which is about 4 old people in a retirement home, or we could see Palms, which is about old ladies in a retirement village. Like every year we make fun of it, but we always end up seeing an old person movie because that's all that's showing. But honestly, the nice restaurants are full unless you've booked a reservation well in advance. And yeah, so we just do that. But this year, I think there's a movie I want to see, so I'm excited.
The more you mention senior citizens, or as you're saying, old people, Andy's saying old people. Sorry, Mom and Aunt Cindy. That was Andy saying that, not me.
Oh, are you calling them senior citizens?
Well, you know who's not a senior
I
citizen?
wasn't.
Uncle Jeff is not a senior citizen.
I
just started a family feud in our family right now.
You don't even know what Angie just did.
But okay, you keep saying that, and for some reason, I must be talking about senior citizens or something, but my ads right now are all catered towards like makeup if you're over 50 and like hair products if your hair is falling out because you're over 50. I don't know what like I'm on right now that, what is it called? Like the loop or something that
The
algorithm right now thinks I am well over 50. And now you keep mentioning senior citizens. And I'm like, oh.
It's listening.
It's just going more and more
up
up about the senior citizen products. I'm on one thing and it always mentions about like how sad it is once your kids have, left home and once your kids are in college. I'm like, stop posting this. Like, I don't need to see this. I literally have a 3-year-old and how like your heart breaks every time you get a phone call from them because you're happy, but then you're reminded that they're not with you. I don't know why the algorithm is sure I am well over 50 and now you're doing it. Now it's just adding on to it.
It's me. It's all these conversations. My algorithm is all perimenopause, so there you go.
Somehow ours is linked. I'm like, I just turned 40 a year ago. Come on.
That's amazing. Well, we're out of time. Again.
So fast.
I don't know how we do it. So fast. Okay, so next time, what are we talking about, Angie? Next episode, which you're going to want to listen to. Obviously, it's going to save your Valentine's Day.
Save it.
Those who celebrate.
And it's on Valentine's Day. Like Wednesday is on Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day episode.
See how little I know. This is how little I know about when Valentine's Day is this year. I'm like, it's in a couple days. Okay.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
We have a list of what moms actually want for Valentine's Day.
That's going to be
which
good.
is a good one. Or like family activities that families can do on Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day. So it'll be super fun. Happy early Valentine's Day.
You're going to want to see. Happy early Valentine's Day 143.
Woohoo!
Woo! All right, bye. All right, that's all we have time for today. We got to wrap it up, unfortunately. But just remember, you might think you're doing just okay, but we think you're doing really great.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a great Mother Funny day. Please like and share our podcast.
But please don't tell our moms.